Sawadika, welcome to Andaman News with me, Abel. Today is Friday, July the 22nd. We look at several local issues, including the proposed minimum wage rise and protests related to pirated goods issues. Meanwhile, our special report looks at an interesting form of art that parents may be interested in to show their kids or to learn together. But first, let's check out the local news. Tourism sector in Phuket expresses their concern over the Pheu Thai party's 300 baht minimum wages, stating that they foresee adverse effects on businesses and inflation. Starting with the honorary advisor to the Thai Hotel Association Southern Chapter, Methi Thanmanatrakul, who commented on the 300 baht minimum wage proposed policy, stating his agreement that the wage rise would support the low-income earners. He, however, suggested that the incoming government consider the issue thoroughly as it will lead to high inflation. The cost of products will be higher and that the workers or employees will in turn suffer from the pay rise rather than benefit from the scheme. Meanwhile, the Phuket Tourist Association President Sombun Jirayut voiced his concern over the new policy, saying that the rise will certainly affect the business, particularly the hoteliers, as they have high rates of employment. This would have further impacts on tourism as the operators cannot adjust the room rates or packages immediately. He then concluded that the government should adjust the minimum wage rise on a racial basis instead of promptly. Business operators in Kata Karon called for police to impose strict legal measures equally to violators of intellectual property or pirated goods. Around 100 merchants from Kata Karon area felt compelled to gather in front of the Phuket Provincial Police Headquarters to submit their petition against what they called unjust treatment by Chalong police officers. According to the group, who sells souvenirs such as pirated garments, bags, glasses, etc., they were arrested and their goods confiscated. This followed the authorities' policy to seriously tackle piracy and designate Kata Karon as one of the pioneer locations. Such action has led to some of the businesses to run out of income, they claimed. The group pointed out the fact that they were heavily taken legal action against, while the similar shops in Patong and Naka market areas in the city can open freely without any disturbance from police. The sellers requested four main issues to be resolved by the Commissioner of Provincial Police Region 8, Police Lieutenant General Kaw Kiet Wongrod Lachat. Their first request is the provisional police impose tough checks and impose legal action against any violators, not only in Kata Karon. Secondly, police stop supporting some local community leaders who may misuse their power. Thirdly, transfer a police officer who is found to have misused his power. And fourthly, if their requests are not responded to, they would further their petition to the Office of the Commissioner General in Bangkok. Talking about tourist-related subject, Phuket authorities steps up measures to tackle foreign guides working illegally in Phuket, focusing on Russians and Koreans. Phuket Vice Governor Niwit Arunrat on Wednesday chaired a meeting to tackle the illegal guide issue in Phuket and ordered that a multi-agency task force be set up to deal with the rising number of Russian and Korean tour agents operating illegally in Phuket. The meeting was participated in by related officials, police, tourist police, and tourism business people. The meeting was informed that there are more than 100 Korean and about 20 to 30 Russian illegal tour operators in Phuket. They have been set up in Thailand with the use of Thai nominees. The business extends in comprehensive services, including restaurants, souvenir shops, entertainment places, massage parlors, internet cafes, real estate, hotels, and tour counters. The Vice Governor then instructed that a task force to tackle the issue be formed. They should comprise representatives from government agencies and the tourism sector. 3 main measures were, however, agreed to ease the problem. One is strict law enforcement and tough legal action against illegal guides or nominees, while the Thai national guides are improved in terms of foreign language ability. It is also proposed that the Tourism and Sports Ministry and the Ministry of Education work together in laying out education plans for professional guides so that the issue is tackled in a sustainable manner. Qatar Airways opened its airport office in Phuket. Qatar Airways now has its ticket office at Phuket International Airport to serve passengers. Located on the 3rd floor of Phuket International Airport Terminal, the office was officially opened on Wednesday by its Vice President, Mr. Marwan Kolirat, with the presence of many local tourism entrepreneurs. The office opens for reservation from Monday to half-day on Saturday. The airline is currently offering a Phuket-KL Doha route. The Phuket Tourist Association President, Sombun Tirayut, firmly believes that the airline facilitates convenient journeys for Middle Eastern travelers. It is also a great link with European markets as the airline flies direct between Doha and major cities in Europe. Hence, it adds channels of transport for those markets to Phuket in southern Thailand. The Water Resources Department installed early warning system for the flash floods and mudslides in prone locations in Phuket and Phang-Nga. The Department of Water Resources has arranged a public session to seek local participation for its early warning system in response to any future natural disasters. According to Director of the Department's Water Research and Development, Wiwat Sotaya, his office is now conducting location surveys in Phuket and Phang-Nga so that the system can be installed. The office sets a target to establish 3 stations in Phuket, covering 15 prone locations, and 10 stations in Phang-Nga, covering 21 prone locations of flash floods and mudslides. He further stated that the landslide-prone locations, which the department proposes to have the early warning system installed, totaling 1,567 villages nationwide. That covers 2,370 prone locations. He detailed that this year, the department plans to spend 155 million baht to install the tools in 268 stations in 803 villages. Amongst these 250 stations will report on rainfall amounts and 18 stations for flood warnings. It expects to warn residents to evacuate 1 to 3 hours ahead of possible hazards. It also plans to conduct surveys and install additional systems in locations which experienced flash floods and mudslides last March. Now we look back at the Kathu Street Festival, which showcased the richness of local culture of Phuket. The 3rd Kathu Street Festival was held during July 15th to the 17th within the old village of Kathu and well attended by residents and tourists. Continuous downpours on the first day did not halt the 2-kilometer-long cultural procession to proudly show the old community of Kathu to the main stage where the Permanent Secretary to the Culture Ministry, Somchai Sianglai, and the Kathu Mayor, Thai Anand Sutikun, marked the official opening of this year's festival. The annual event has been put together by the Kathu Municipality, the Phuket Tourism Authority of Thailand office, and the residents of Kathu. They hope to revitalize the cultural value and promote it amongst younger people, as well as to boost local tourism. During the 3-day festival, the area was transformed back in time, showcasing the charm of local lifestyle, plus historical background of tin mining, the origin of the Phuket Vegetarian Festival, the Chinese tea and food offering to God, and also local garments was also put on sale. It was another occasion in which locals dressed up in Phuket traditional styles of costumes to join the festival. Phuket Health International Marathon is scheduled on July 31st. The Phuket International Health Marathon aims at promoting healthy living through exercise and is planned to begin from the Saracen Bridge linked to Phang-Nga and run down the island and across Phuket town to Sapanhin Tip. During a press conference headed by Phuket Governor Tri Akaratecha and the organizer, the Phuket Health Office, said that the marathon will mark historical records as the 42-kilometer route runs along significant landmarks of Phuket. The organizers expect some 300 runners to take part, with some 1,500 fun runners. Prizes for this event are worth over 300,000 baht in total. Entries are accepted at worldwideweb.phukethhealth.com.